What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, guys, I'm not going to lie. I thought I was about to lose my mind over this baseball team, but we're on a 2-game win streak, so I'm here to celebrate with you guys.
I am very happy. Thank you, God. We win 2 games. We score some runs. We execute. That's what we need. We need to execute. Bunting, running, bringing guys in. We haven't done that in a long time, and thanks God that we did it against one of the hottest teams in baseball, the Houston Astros. That make us believe. That make us think that we are not done, that we can come back, and it's wow.
This is the most baseball thing ever.
Right.
You got a team on a 10-game losing streak, goes against the hottest team in baseball and beats them 2 games in a row and has a chance to sweep them. That is the most baseball thing. All I know is I'm glad the great drought of 2025 has ended. I was losing my mind with Gab and all the rest of Cleveland. I wasn't worried. I wasn't panicked because like I keep saying, baseball is a long season. It's going to have ups and downs, just like a roller coaster ride. The Yankees went through it. The Dodgers gone through it. Everybody's gone through it. We just need to get back on board and start a winning streak now, like we have been on our unlike a losing streak.
One friend of mine said this to us, Bobby DiBiasio. He said to me last night after we were texting. We were texting about, oh my God, what's going on, stuff like that. And he said, don't try to figure out this game. Baseball always show you something new. So believe. That's the key. Believe that anything can happen, anything can change. Just a little thing, it can get everybody going again. And I like the clubhouse. I like the dugout. Do you see the dugout? We got fire again. In the games in Cleveland, we wasn't like that. I swear to God. Every time the other team scored first, we was like, we never going to come back. It was like everybody was down. And I think it was good to get out from Cleveland. Then we play good there. We always play good. Last year, we finished first, playing at home. So I think we can come back in this, but we have to believe. We have to believe. We have to do the little things, to make it happen. So that was very special. What do you think, Gab?
No, I mean, I am very surprised that they lost 10 games in a row, but now I feel better that they won 2. Also, if we want to continue the good vibes with the show, you were speaking to someone that we might see soon. Someone that we might see soon on the mound.
And that's a big, thanks God that you bring in this, because Bobby pitched a good game. I know that he gave it up later on, but he keep us in the game. And that's something that I really like about our starters. Our starters, the people, I want the people to know, they might think they're still thinking about the bad team, but we are, let me let you guys know, we are in second place on starter, 3.61 ERA. You know who's first? The Houston Astros. Since June 1st through today, our starters being in second in ERA, that's special. Because right now, it's hard, to compare our guys that we have in there. When you compare our starting pitching with the Detroit Tigers, with the Yankees, with the Cubs, with other things, we don't have that big ace guy in there. But that big ace is going to come back pretty soon, and I have the opportunity to talk to him. Let's listen to Shane Bieber.
Hi, everybody. We have the opportunity here to have Shane Bieber. Shane, I watched you today throw your second live BP. How was it?
It was good. I thought stuff was coming out of my hand really, really well. Sometimes hard to control. But all in all, it was a step forward. Felt good enough to make that next step forward. Lots of swings and misses, but some area to improve as well. Getting ahead of more guys, and it's nice to have my mental more focused on how I can improve, as a pitcher instead of worrying about my arm.
Good. This is the second one. The first one was against a couple of the players from AAA. This one was for a couple of the players from Canton. But I watched you. You use everything. You change it, your fastball, your breaking ball. It looked pretty good from upstairs.
Yeah. I think I haven't had a chance to look at the numbers. I don't always love looking at numbers. And I don't put that much weight into it. But at the same time, it lets you know how the ball's coming out and how all your pitches are moving. And so.
What about the command?
The command, not as good as I wanted to, but like I said, a lot of areas to focus on to continue to get better. And no matter what, it's easy to find areas to get better, right? And to always improve. And so for me today, was happy with my stuff, quote unquote, and how swings and misses and all that. And look forward to improving the next time out.
You're a competitor. I always watch you, and I love that from you. How hard it is to watch the game, knowing that you would like to be there helping the team?
Yeah, very hard. So sometimes you have to compartmentalize that and just try and be there for your teammates and cheer them on. And so I'm happy with being able to do that and improve the atmosphere in the team as best as I can while I'm working as hard as I can to get myself back on the field. To do that and improve the atmosphere in the team as best as I can while I'm working as hard as I can to get myself back on the field.
My last question: if you feel really good on your next live BP, maybe we can see you maybe after the All-Star break.
Yeah, that's the plan. So they always do a really good job of keeping me thinking day by day. But hopefully, if things continue to progress the way that I expect them to progress, I'll make one more live BP and then start my rehab assignment. So I'll be back as soon as possible.
Good. All the best for you.
I appreciate you, Carlos.
It's great to see Shane Bieber in good spirits and preparing to get ready to join this baseball team because I'm excited to see what he can do once he returns.
I love it. I watch it from upstairs. I was getting prepared for the game, and I'm watching, the way he throw, the way he move in the mound, because pitchers, the faces, how they walk, how when you take a lot of time, you don't feel comfortable. He got the ball, he throw the pitches in there. He went inside after 20 pitches. He came back. He did it 3 times. So I think he's getting close to where we want to be, and I hope that he come back and we finish this first half strong, so we can have the second one going all the way to the playoffs. That's what I want.
I mean, I certainly would love to see Shane Bieber in the playoffs, and I could talk about Shane Bieber for hours, but we're going to take a break real quick, and when we come back, we're going to have an interview with former Cleveland Indian Nick Swisher.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Lake Spur Marketing, connecting your brand to the right customers. Visit lakespurmarketing.com today.
Today's featured interview is brought to you by Smart Choice Windows and Smart Choice Baths.
Have you have been thinking about upgrading your home this spring? Then look no farther than Smart Choice Window and Smart Choice Bath. Smart Choice Window is running a great deal right now. Buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and get even better. They are offering 0 financing for 24 months. If you prefer, they also have no down payment option with monthly payments as low as $199. Some restriction applies. If your bathroom need an update, the same great team at the Smart Shop Bath has you covered. They are offering $1,500 of brand of new shower on top this month. So if you have been putting off that remodel, now is the perfect time to go for it. So if you are ready for a quitter, more energy efficient window or bathroom that finally work for your life, make the call right now. 440 Windows, or head over to smartshopwindow.com or smartshopbath.com to schedule a free, no pressure estimate today. Let's go. Let's get it.
Before we get to the interview, one more quick message from Smart Choice.
Saludos amigos, soy Carlos Baerga. Quiero invitarte, oiga, este es agosto 4 de 12 a 3. Oiga, llegó el Back to School y queremos invitarte al Smart Choice en our Canton Showroom. Tienes que estar allí.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Carlos, again, every day I say you are the most popular man I know. Who do you have for us today?
Well, I have somebody that I say, if I have energy, this guy beat me, guys. This guy's always pump it up, no matter what. It's a rain, it's a hot, it's a snow. No matter what, this guy have it on. My brother, Nick Swisher, how you doing, my man?
Yo, my man, Carlos, thank you so much for having me on, bro. It's so good to see you, man. Glad to be here.
Awesome. You born in Columbus. So
yes,
you are all Ohio. You are from
Ohio. Bro, I got it all over me today, y'all. I was born right there on Riverside, right there off of 315. OH, baby, all day long, y'all.
I love it. Tell me about it. You know, you went through Ohio State, and they put you in the ballpark on your name. How special was, to go through college in there, and then they surprise you with this award, to put the name. How special was that?
Absolutely amazing, bro. I tell you, man, I was so blessed to be able to go to the Ohio State University. Listen, it was the only school that recruited me out of high school. So I really didn't have a whole lot of options to go to. And thank goodness I was able to go to a great program like Ohio State. Bob Todd was the manager at that time, and we were winning conference championships year after year after year. So for myself, listen, for all the young kids out there that are listening, for all you high school kids that are thinking about making the jump to the next level, those 3 years that I spent in college were absolutely crucial for me. Because when you go to pro ball, you're not told what to do. They're just expecting you to do what you know how to do. And the college level, you have to do what the coach says. 6 a.m. workouts, you got to be there. Extra work, you got to be there. Extra batting practice, you got to be there. And so for someone like me, I think I needed that because I wasn't quite physically ready for the next level. So those 3 years at Ohio State were huge, kind of progressing years for me. And one of the things that I take a lot of pride in is being a non-drafted kid out of high school to a first rounder out of college. So I take a lot of pride in that.
Listen to that, people. Listen to that. That's important. I always say when I do clinics, you have to have both. Both study because you never know what can happen. If you work hard, you're going to win something in life. And Ben, thank you for that advice.
Bro, and you know this. Listen, not everybody's going to be able to hit home runs like Aaron Judge. That's just not going to happen. So you have to take the skills that you have as a human being and make those skills elite. No one's going to be able to hit the ball 510 feet like Aaron can. But at the end of the day, that still doesn't mean that you can't have some elite skills. Maybe your bat to ball skills are amazing. Maybe your infield and your arm is amazing. Maybe your speed is amazing. So if you're not able to hit the ball out of the ballpark like those big power hitters, that doesn't matter because you can still be a big league ball player. Figure out what you need to do, make your skills better, and just continue to keep building yourself day after day after day. Stack those days on top of each other because listen, man, some of us are late bloomers in life like myself. So the dream is never over, y'all. It's never over.
Continuing on with some Ohio talk. I don't want to put you on the spot here, but when you're in Columbus, I feel like your fan base is really teetering between Cincinnati or Cleveland. Did you grow up a fan of either of those? And then also, can we talk about Ohio State football after that question?
Yeah, I mean, number one, yes. It obviously split down the middle, right there between, Cincy and up there in Cleveland. So, I mean, listen, my father played for the Chicago Cubs when I was growing up. So I was a Chicago Cub fan from Jump Street all the way up. My dad talks about the north side of Chicago like it's the greatest place on the planet. So for me, I was so blessed to be able to have all of those great sports teams all around me and to be able to have an unbelievable university like Ohio State. And let's not get it twisted, y'all. I mean, we're still flying from that football season we had last year. It was absolutely amazing. I'll never forget, they won the game, and I'm sitting there, me and my brother were hugging and jumping up and down with Archie Griffin. I'm like, what? How did I end up in this suite? So
you were at the game. Sick.
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely, dude. I mean, I'm a huge Ohio State fan. Obviously we're trying to build up our NIL program on the baseball side and really kind of bring ourselves back to when things were really, really great for us. But at the end of the day, that football game was badass, dude. I mean, it was so great to watch. I mean, it got a little tight there at the end, but at the end of the day, being able to be national champions again back on top where Ohio State should be.
Yeah, they rolled through those playoffs. Do you think that they're going to run it back? They're going to win another one back to back?
Hey, I mean, listen, that seems like the talk. And what's great about what we're doing is we're not only winning national championships at this level, is our guys are progressing and producing at the NFL level. I think that's the best thing is they're not just athletes in college. They're actually fantastic, great pro players. So for me, I couldn't be more proud of what the football program is doing. Obviously, with Coach Day running the helm, I feel really, really good about our chances. I need to get that Michigan game cleaned up a little bit.
They need to beat them.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think that loss last year was what really turned our season around. We needed that. We needed that smack in the face, especially at home, to really kind of get us back to square roots,
Well, your pride of Ohio is glaringly obvious. How awesome was it for you, even though you grew up a Cubs fan and here, I'm no fan of the Cubs by 2016 on, but what was it like? How awesome was it to get able to play for an Ohio team? And your first year here was with Terry Francona's first year. What made him such a great coach, too?
Yeah, bro. I mean, you're obviously seeing what he's able to do in Cincinnati. He has a way about the way he goes about his business. He's a positive guy. He knows how to get the best of his players. And there's a reason why he's been successful in Boston. There's a reason why he was successful in Cleveland. And there's a reason why he's going to be successful in Cincinnati, too. Players love to play for Tito. He's been around forever. He's a lifer. He's a gamer. He lives and dies baseball. So to be able to have a manager in your corner each and every day that is as invested as you are always helps for sure.
Wow. Man, I'm listening to you, man, and I want to go back again and start playing. If I'm a young father, that I have a young guy that is 12, 13, 14, and I have a dream to be a baseball player, listen to this guy, what he talk about, the important about, have work habits, go hard, study first, because you went to study, and that's important for you. But I want to ask you something. You signed with the Oakland A's. Who was that person that when you came up to the big leagues, help you out like the way they helped me myself?
Oh, easy, bro. Hands down. I got two guys for you, and I'm going to give you a third. My first year, I had Jason Kendall and Mark Kotsay. Those guys are legends, bro. Absolute legends.
Yes.
I mean, you had, Mark Kotsay is obviously the manager right now for the Sacramento Athletics right now, which is fantastic. But being able to have guys like that to kind of put their arms around you to make you feel welcome was so huge for me in my first year. And then I was blessed. My second year, the big hurt. Frank Thomas comes over, bro. It was absolutely amazing, dude. Like me and him, he says that I rejuvenated his career. I was just blessed, man. I had a poster of this dude on my wall when I was a kid. So the next thing you know, I'm hitting back-to-back in the lineup with Frank. Was absolutely amazing. He was one of those guys that would grab me at around noon and be like, hey, man, it's time to go to the ballpark. And I'm like, bro, the bus isn't till like 2:00. He's like, yeah, we've got early hitting today. And I was like, I probably think that Frank and I probably early hit 50 to 100 times that year in 2006. And it was by far one of my best statistical years. It was by far one of the biggest growths that I learned in the game, from how to conduct yourself on the field as you do off the field. And being able to have a Hall of Famer like Frank Thomas in my back pocket was one of the best things that could have happened to me.
Gabby, something that I like about this guy, now you see him with the hair short, but this guy used to have it like a mullet through here, with the long hair, the way he walked. Jose Ramirez, that he had that
swagger.
This guy hitting too. Swing, and he looked to the picture like he was 6'5". I think you thought that the front Thomas was gonna help you out if something happened. I know you haven't.
So what you're saying is,
man. Listen, bro. I mean, you know how it is, bro. When you get those veterans in your life early in your career and they really latch onto you, they teach you things. And so I was taught by some of the best in the business, and that's how I went about my career. Then all of a sudden, I became the old guy. Look at all this white hair I got on my face. You know what I'm saying? So being able to reproduce and replicate the way that those guys went about their business was the only thing that I was trying to do. Those guys were humongous in development as well as off the field life, being able to control yourself, right? Once the game's over, you leave it behind, you go home, you enjoy yourself, and then you come right back to the ballpark and we'll get after it again. That's kind of the development that I really appreciated from those guys, because one of the things that irks me a lot about kids nowadays is that nobody practices anymore, Carlos. They all play games. Yeah. We used to practice 5 or 6 times a week just to play one game.
Yes.
So we could develop, we could get ourselves better each and every day. These kids are playing 6, 7 games a week at like 12, 13 years old. And I need to let parents know that the burn is real. Like that is a real thing that could happen to young athletes. The statistic is 75% of all athletes stop playing by the time that they're 13. And that's because it's been a job for them from the time they were 8 years old all the way up. So for someone like me, I could care less how good you are at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, because all you should be doing is just developing each and every day, getting your skills better so that when you step on that field, your confidence as well as your athletic ability meet up at the same time.
We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with more from Nick Swisher.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Garage Beer. No bitterness, no frills, no IPA, just beer-flavored beer. Find local retailers who sell garage beer near you by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com.
Continuing on with like the developmental talk, you played with two members of the Cleveland Guardians, Jose Ramirez, Carlos Santana. What was that like playing with those guys? And do you have any like fun memories, moments that you could share about them with us?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Carlos is still playing is insane to me. I mean, this dude's like 100 years old. He's still mashing, still picking it over at first base, still making all-star teams. So could not be more proud of Carlos. I mean, man, he's going to be up there 300, 350 home runs. I mean, what a career for him, man. He has been the epitome of the best ability is availability. He's kept himself healthy. He's done everything that everything he needed to do. He's gone through multiple organizations, but he was brought back to the 216, bro, because they absolutely love him there. The fans love him, and you know exactly what you're going to get from him. On the Jose Ramirez front, I have to be the first to say that I did not know this kid was going to be as good as he is, bro. I mean, hands down, dude. I got to be honest. You got to remember, because when I first came to Cleveland in 2013 was my first year, the talk was Francisco Lindor. Everybody was talking about Lindor this, Lindor that. And once I got the chance to see Frankie, bro, you knew he was going to be smooth with it. And then all of a sudden, this kind of pudgy kid comes along, bro. He's a switch hitter, bro. Next thing you know, he's hitting 30, 40 tanks a year. I'm thinking to myself, like, who is this kid? Where did he come from? But I tell you what, man, Cleveland should be so blessed and so thankful that he wanted to take that contract and play there, because he could have played for 50 different teams anywhere in the country, because everybody in the big leagues would want a player like that.
Yes.
Being from Cleveland, I know what it's like to have your team ripped away from you, watching the Browns go away for years. So I did not like seeing Oakland Athletics be teared away and go play. I don't know where they're playing still to this day. What were your thoughts? Because that was the team you came up with. How did you feel about Oakland having their team ripped away from them?
Yeah, listen, a lot of that stuff has to do with ownership, I think. And at the end of the day, the Coliseum, they've been trying to renovate that for years, trying to get the city on board, trying to get the owners on board, and it just didn't work out. So at the end of the day, if it's not producing the way that you need it to, then you have to find a place to move it on. Sacramento was where I played AAA ball. We were the Sacramento River Cats when I was there. So that's a great hitting ballpark. And I'll never forget when I first got called up to the big leagues, guys were saying, man, Swish, you're going to be disappointed. And I was like, what are you talking about, man? I'm going to the show. And they were like, bro, we're averaging 13, 14,000 fans here a night. You're going to go to Oakland and you're going to see 5,000 to 6,000. And they were right. They were right. But at the end of the day, like, I was just so blessed to be able to go through there, kind of move up the ranks with Oakland, because being blessed to be part of that organization, when you produced as a minor league player, you moved up the ladder quick. And I think that's a great organization to be in, because once you make a name for yourself, Wilson, you got Roker. I mean, it's only a matter of time until those guys sign with somebody else.
I just feel bad for the fans. I mean, I grew up watching Ricky Henderson, the Bash brothers come through. I mean, there was an earthquake during the World Series there. Like, there's so much history. It's just sad to see that go. I mean, I understand what you're saying, though. It always sucks when politics ruin things for fans.
It really does, man. And, sports are supposed to take politics out of it. You're not supposed to have
it's supposed to be
but at the end of the
day,
real
world.
Listen, I mean, if I'm the commissioner of baseball and I see a piece of the puzzle, one of my 30 teams that's not doing what I need them to do, then I'm going to try and find them a better position. Because at the end of the day, baseball is growing. And we got a lot of young kids playing the sport. We got a lot of young girls playing softball. And we're gaining a lot of young fans right now. So at the end of the day, if you're in Oakland, yes, you're very disappointed. But at the end of the day, we've got to find a place where we're going to be able to attract a lot more fans. We're going to be able to reinvest in our organizations. And we're going to be able to build them up to these $6, $7, $8 billion organizations that we have now.
Brother, I watched you. And by the way, you hit 29 homers. 96 RBIs in Sacramento. This guy don't joke. Over there,
you know it, baby.
We come ready to to talk to you. You win a championship the last year of the Yankees championship in 2009. What it takes to be a champion. I want the people to know we win so close. 95, 2016. What it takes to be there. To win it, not to be there, just to win it. What it takes as a player, please.
Yeah, one of the things that I think comes to mind right off the bat is leadership. I was lucky The locker room had already been set. We already had our leaders. You had the Derek Jeters of the world, the Mariano Rivera's, right? The Jorge Posadas, Andy Pettit. I got Hall of Famer CC Sabathia, Alex Rodriguez, Robinson Cano, Mark Teixeira. I mean, bro, when you put an all-star team together like that and you don't win, it's extremely disappointing. But once again, to be able to have someone like a Derek Jeter in the locker room each and every day, bro, this man didn't care how many hits he got. He didn't care if he made errors. He didn't care if he didn't drive in the winning run, as long as we won the game. I'll never forget. It was my first month. We were in New York, and I was having I was kind of struggling a little bit. And he was like, Swish, stop worrying about yourself. You know why? Because we play to win the game. That's it. We play to win the game. It doesn't matter what your stats are, because if we win, everybody wins. And I think that's kind of one of the things now that we're kind of in an individualistic world right now, that everybody's trying to get theirs. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. At the end of the day, tying into a team mentality is a hard thing to do. But we were so blessed that we had so many leaders in that locker room that paved the way for all of us to understand how to win. Because at the end of the day, Los, you know this, bro. You don't just start winning. You have to learn how to win. And I was taught by winners. And so for me, I'm a winner. And that's how I want to go about the rest of my life.
Jack, cut that piece, please. That piece, I need to send it to the clubhouse. I need to
so we can win some games. Oh my gosh.
Gabby, tell it, Gabby.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, they need to win some games. That's what I want to see. But I'm going to take this to a little lighter note. I didn't come up with this question myself, but I really like this question. So you played in Oakland, you played in Cleveland. Can I get your opinion on which movie is better, Major League or Moneyball?
Oh, dude, Major League, hands down. You kidding me, bro? It's by far one of the most badass movies ever, dude. I can still watch that today, and I can memorize every line of that, dude. Every great characters, great personalities, great actors, and we needed a movie like that. Kind of a hardcore, kind of a little raunchy, kind of get some bad language in there a little bit, and it was absolutely fantastic because, listen, everybody's looking for that Cinderella team. Everybody's looking to be that team at the beginning of the season. Not everybody has the talent of the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Houston Astros. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean shit in my mind, because at the end of the day, when you step on that field, you have the same opportunity as everybody else. And all your job is to go out there and get it done.
Mentioning Hollywood, our guy behind the scenes today, Ryan, his favorite show is How I Met Your Mother. How did you get on that show? Tell the story behind that, because I saw an interview and it was pretty cool.
Listen, this was an amazing moment in my life, okay? Wow. Like, I had been dating my wife now, we started dating at the end of June, and the next thing you know, we go home for the off season, and she's like, hey, you want to come back to Los Angeles? And I'm like, yeah, of course. She's like, I need to go do this show, How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Mother, the director was Pam Fryman. Pam Fryman, we call Aunt Pam. We love her to death. She's by far one of the most amazing directors in the game right now. And so I was like, Joe, can I go to set with you? I've never been to set. I would love to check it out. She was like, Nick, of course, absolutely, okay? So we roll on to set. I'm standing there. The next thing you know, there is 20 people with New York Yankee hats on in the corner, right? They see me. I see them. Next thing you know, it was just a bro fest. I mean, high-fiving everybody, hugging everybody, shouldering people, the whole nine. And they were like, Swish, do you want to be in the show? And I was like, oh, my God, I would love to. Yes. And they're like, great, we're going to write you in next week. And I'm not saying that there weren't other great episodes with How I Met Your Mother. But when you bring in Jim Nance to a show, oh, bro, he was absolutely fantastic. It was a wonderful experience for me. The cast, the crew, the directors, the writers, everybody made me feel so comfortable. Could not have been more blessed. That gets brought up to me more than anything I ever did on the baseball field.
See, I wonder how hard it was for you, because, I mean, you grew up your whole life, you're playing baseball. It's what you did for your career. And then now all of a sudden, hey, you're going to be in this famous TV show, learn how to act. And how hard was it to do that? I mean, you're amongst great actors all around you, and here you are.
Positive J, man. Listen, dog, I mean, the fact that I was able to be myself helped out a whole lot, bro, for sure.
So Nick Swisher played Nick Swisher then. That's good to know.
That's right, dude. And it was kind of one of those things where I was running lines with Joe, like the whole time. I was like, hey, should I say it like this? Should I say it like that? She was like, Nick, you have a tendency to be over the top a lot. All you have to do is just be normal. Just say the lines normal and everything will work out for you. And she was right.
That's what I'm talking about. We have to be ourselves, and that's very important. I have to ask you. You play there in Cleveland. Tell me about the fans. Tell me about the atmosphere. Why you want to be there? And I know that when you went there, you hurt your knees. And I know you want to be there because this guy, he don't like to be watching the game, the bench. He want to be in there, in the action.
Yes.
How hard it was for you because you know that our team was going to get
Yes.
better.
Yeah, and listen, man, I mean, that was the offseason. You know, Michael Bourne came over as well. Listen, I'm thinking I got Michael Bourne and Jason Kipnis at the top of the lineup, baby. We got a chance to drive in a whole heap of runs, you know?
Yeah.
And it was kind of one of those things that, you know, when I look back at a little part of my career that I wish could have been better, it would have been that time that I spent in Cleveland. You know, I kind of got off to a little rough jump in 2013, 2014 spring training. I got hurt, and I just was never the player that I knew I could be for the fans of Cleveland. So I wish things would have been a little different. The thing that I really appreciated most was the welcome home, right? I mean, everybody welcomed me home so well. Just the whole city kind of put their arms around me. I wish I could have produced a little more for the team on the field, but at the end of the day, I'll always have those 4 years. I was always blessed to be able to be part of the Indians organization before they became the Guardians. Because listen, man, that is a historic organization, been around for so long. The Dolans have been absolutely fantastic. Antonetti's still doing his thing over there.
Yeah.
So just being able to be part of that amazing organization, because I feel like out of all the organizations that I played with, I'm telling you, I mean, you know, you got New York, Cleveland, you got, you know, Oakland, you know, I finished in Atlanta. I mean, you're talking about just 4 iconic organizations. And so for myself, I was just so blessed to be able to have an opportunity to play for them.
Wow. Go ahead, Gabby.
Okay, this is the last thing that I have for you. So back to some Ohio State Buckeyes talk. There's some Ohio State players in the league seeing success right now, like Dominic Canzone, Dylan Dingler. Are you ever in contact with them, or is there any other players in the league currently?
All of them. I connect with all of them. Instagram is amazing, dude. It's so easy to get a hold of guys. Just shoot them a DM here, shoot them a DM there. Obviously, I watch all the highlights every day. You know, Dingler is absolutely mashing right now, dude. He is killing it. But, hey, we've got like 5 or 6 guys in the show right now. We've got some arms over there on the West Coast. You know, we've got some bats that are really kind of step up. You know, Dom's starting to do his thing a little more. I think he's starting to get a little more comfortable with the game. He's also getting a little more comfortable with himself. Because I think one of the things that I talk to those young kids about is that understanding that when you as an individual believe that you belong, that's when things really, really turn for you. Because there's a lot of people out there that, you know, when they get there, it's, you know, Los, you know this, bro. The lights are huge and there's so many fans and like everything is just microscopic, everything. And so I think for those guys, just giving them an understanding of, hey, you're able to do this. You belong here. That's kind of one of the things. So I could not be more proud of those guys. I mean, it's nice to be able to have a grip of guys in the show now, which is amazing because being able to have them is huge because they're going to start pumping our brand again. I mean, the Ohio State University baseball team needs to get better. And we need those guys at the professional levels pumping us and putting things out to let them know that, hey, we're Ohio State guys, because we need to bring everybody back together a little bit.
It's the 30th anniversary of the 95 Indians. Even though you grew up a Cubs fan, what was that team like to you watching them in that lineup? I mean, we got the number 3 hitter in this lineup on our show.
Bro, fantastic, dude. I could probably list you off that whole lineup right there. From everything from K-Lo, Lofton at the top, you had Manny, you had Big Jim doing his thing, you had Albert at the time. I mean, I'm just thinking to myself, like, I remember when I played video games back when I was a kid, that's the team that I was rocking with, bro, because those guys absolutely mashed. There wasn't anything. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Charles Nagy was on that squad too. Yeah. I mean, bro, he's an Ohio State guy too. Dave Burba,
I tell people how blessed I am. I grew up watching these guys, and now I'm doing the show with Carlos, and we are interviewing all these players from the team, and it's just I feel so blessed. So I just want to say thanks for coming on, and hey, OH.
I-O, baby, you know it, man. I feel it's been a great run. It's been a lot of fun. And, listen, being able to be on this show with you guys, obviously, anything for the great state of OHIO. I'm in, baby. Absolutely in.
These guys eat the best, man. One of my best friends. I want to say thank you to you. And I want to say the other day that I did an interview to you, when you say that Roberto Clemente was one of your idols, that's a blessing. Roberto Clemente from Puerto Rico, for me, was one of the best players that stepped in that field, man. It was amazing. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, bro. Anybody that was as heroic off the field as he was, I think it absolutely shadowed everything that he was able to do on the field in my mind. And that's what I try to be. I try to be just as great off the field as I was on the field. And, you know, I feel like I've been blessed up to this point. I'm turning 45 this year, y'all. I got about, you know, I'm going to live to be 120. So I got a lot of shit to do, you know? So
you got enough energy to go to 200, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well,
Brother,
thank you so
God
much.
bless
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much for your time.
Being with us. Thank you for being with us today. It was an honor, man. I always hype, always with the energy. I love it, man. God bless. All the best to you, my friend.
Hey, love you, Los. You're absolutely fantastic. Gabby, Positive J, so nice to meet you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Yeah, thanks so much. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we'll have some more Cleveland Guardians headlines for you guys.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Pure AV, luxury home automation. Experience your dream smart home by visiting pureavcorp.com.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, before we get into some more Cleveland Guardians headlines, the Carlos Baerga Show is proudly brought to you by your local Infinity dealers, Infinity of Beechwood and Infinity of Akron. From the moment you walk into these beautiful dealerships, you'll experience the luxury, care, and innovation that define the Infinity brand. The knowledgeable team at Infinity is here to make every step seamless, from your test drive to long after the sale. Infinity of Beechwood and Infinity of Akron can help you discover the perfect new Infinity to match your lifestyle. So stop in one of their locations to experience the Infinity difference, or visit them online at infinityofbeechwood.com and infinityofakron.com. Now, back again, our Cleveland Guardians, they're finally on a 2-game win streak after losing 10 games in a row, which I did not think I was going to make it through those losses. But we also added Brayan Rocchio back to the roster, had a little trip in Columbus. He came back up, and the man was ready to perform, and I was really impressed with what he was doing.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy that he's back. I think he learns what he was doing, you know, in the village. And at the beginning, it was kind of hard for him.
Mm-hmm.
He was, you know, his mind went like, it's like when you lose something, you know, it's hard, because I know that I'm a Billy guy. I did it pretty good last year, you know, and I know I expect, you know, to be in the Billy again, but I think that was a wake-up call for him. Arias plays unbelievable shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
Then for me, Carlos Baerga, I'm not saying what the organization going to do, what Steven Ball going to do, but when Arias come back, I put Arias in shortstop, and I put Rocky in second base. What it brings like a 9-hitter that can get on base, 3-hitter, you know, and then we got Juan, and then we got, you know, Ramiro, stuff like that, and they're going to help us out. But something that I had to come up and say, the 3 sacrifice bunts, because the first game, you remember we was 0-0, 4 innings, the first 4 innings, men on second, men on first, we bunt the ball, and we scored 4 runs in that inning. 4 runs. We need to bunt. We don't have power. We don't have, you know, we don't score a lot of runs in the last few days before that. So we need to create. How you create? Bunting the ball. If we have to bunt from the first inning, we have to do it. We need to put pressure on the other team, and we need to get our team up again and say, hey, this is the time we're going to do it. What happened yesterday? Rocchio, he got 3 hits. He got a homer too, but he got 2 sacrifice bunts that was very important for us to win. So we need to do that. Bunting is going to help us. Hit and run. We cannot be waiting for the long ball. We need to do the little things to make things happen to score some runs.
See, I never lost faith really too much in Rocchio, because we all saw him on the biggest stage against the mighty New York Yankees. That dude was raking in the playoffs. He came up this year, he struggled, but how many times have we seen a player get pulled down, come back up, and all of a sudden he's like a whole different player? It happened to Jose. It happened to you. It happened to how many players, Carlos, that you know?
Everybody.
It's going to be a good thing for him.
That moment, yes.
And onto your bunting, what you're saying, do you think, like, because I know our team will bunt probably a lot more than most teams, the art of bunting is lost because it's not the cool thing to do, as they would say. Everyone wants to hit the home run. And how many times do you tell us when you guys go against Randy Johnson, let's bunt just to piss this dude off and get him off his game? Like, it's definitely a lost art.
It's hard. It's hard, but this game, if you need to create something, you're gonna be expecting, like what I said before, to always gonna be Jose Ramirez. So we need to get everybody going. We need to get everybody, on board to win games. Like Nolan Jones, I thought he was gonna be hurt. You remember the first game
Yeah.
when he's playing second base? I thought he was gonna be here. He got 2 for 2. He's doing a great job too. And then you get Martinez. It's been unbelievable. Martinez always keep us in the game. I know that can go 0 for 3, but they always come through when we need it. And I think Martinez being huge in center field. He's been huge in second base. Everywhere we put it up, he's been doing a great job. So that's a plus for our team. And we need to get Naylor going. We need to get, the other guys going too, so they can help us out. A guy that I need for him to start hitting is Noel. This is a big chance for him. This is the opportunity that he wants to. So Noel needs to show up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he could potentially do at the plate on his second stint back up here. He was hitting the ball well in Columbus, but the gap between AAA pitching and MLB starters has never been further. But I hope that could also transition into the game right now. But I just want to let you guys know. Do you guys know what a unicorn home run is? Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
See, that was my favorite part of the game last night. So that Angel Martinez home run is a 1-of-1 home run where it was only a home run in that stadium, in that part of the park. And that is the most Cleveland Guardians thing I've ever seen.
Good. I love it. I don't care.
No, I love it too. I thought it was so funny.
I think homer is a homer, no matter where you hit it. If the ball is like this, that's what I say, like the next day in the paper, home run. That's it,
Yep,
no
that's
matter
all
how
we
it
need.
is.
That's all we know.
And the most special is that we win the game. And that's the 2 winning streak that we have. And let's go. We need to win today again, and I hope that it happens for us.
When you get a hit like that, just awesome hit like that, where, like you said, 1-1, the only place you can hit, and the timing and being the number 1 team after a long losing streak, how much does that help the confidence of this team right now?
Oh my God, it go up. Do you see that everybody jumping?
Jose looks happy again.
Yeah, that's the happiest I've ever seen him on the baseball field.
Jose was after the game, say hi to everybody, joking with everybody, touching everybody. It's hard, man. I know that Jose is a gamer. Jose want to win. Jose has been telling me, Carlos, I want to win. I want to stay here. I want to win. I need everybody going again. So I think, yesterday was a good thing for him. But he's been doing unbelievable. What else can he do? First game, doubles, first at bat, he scored. Home run, second at bat, keep us going. The second game, he started with a homer. Boom. And we score right away. So he's been doing everything for us, man. 44 RBIs. 60 homers. He's being
He's racking up the walks too every time they put him on base.
I think he's third and favorite to win the MVP right now.
Yeah, I mean, as he should be. He's an incredible baseball player. But guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about Jose Ramirez and some other Cleveland Guardians headlines.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, guys, we have the All-Star game coming up this coming week. We have 2 players there, Jose Ramirez, Steven Kwan. Steven Kwan's 2nd consecutive All-Star. I think this is Jose Ramirez's 7th All-Star and 4th time as a starter.
Yes.
I'm excited to see.
I started 4 times. Times. He's been amazing, man. Jose Ramirez has been the most consistent player in Major League Baseball. Out of the 7 years, the last 7 years, he's been, on top, on the best 5 for MVP. So this guy, every year he put the numbers. Every year he's getting younger. You see his body's stronger. He care. He taking care of his body. He taking care of the hitting, the fielding, and everything. I had to say it again. I know that the front office is gonna get pissed off at me. And I said, well, want to find a player that want to be here first because his family love Cleveland and play the way he played. There are not too many players like that in the big leagues. You can mention maybe guys like Bobby Witt Jr., maybe like Mookie Betts or something like that. But there's not that many players that have that talent to put everything and bring everybody up every time he steps in the field. And that's Jose Ramirez.
What astonishes me about Jose is that he really hasn't had someone truly to protect him behind him in some time, and he's still raking, and he doesn't get nearly the good pitches that most of these MVP winners get because they have someone behind him that they have to respect, and so they got to throw him good pitches, and he doesn't see anything, and he still puts up these numbers. It's insane.
No, he's amazing. He's amazing, and I hope that we keep him here. I want 3 more years. Give him 3 more years.
I mean, I'd give him the money.
Please, 4.
I'd give him the money for sure. If we want to continue on with some All-Star talk, do you guys think Steven Kwan should have been a starter in the outfield? I know that Javi Baez, this is why the fan vote kind of annoys me. I'm not a fan of the fan vote. I think it's a bit outrageous. Javi Baez will be starting in center field, and he hasn't played there in over a month.
I know.
Crazy.
I know it's hard. Detroit, man, I had to go like this to the Detroit fans because you know what? Their team deserves it. They've been playing good. We watching. They play against us unbelievable. That's going to be a team to beat this year in the big leagues. In the big league because they have everything. They have hitting, they have pitching, they have, the manager is really good, the way he uses the players, stuff like that. But I think, Kwan is Kwan. Kwan is Kwan. He's been the key for us to get in base right away. And he's been kind of down a little bit. His average is going down a little bit, but his defense is one of the elites. That's why we lead the league in catching the ball and throwing out guys on base. So I believe that, the Kwan should be the starter, but they give it to Javier Baez. But maybe I thought the Clase had the opportunity to go there. His ERA is 3-something right now. He was 3-something right now. And then the guy that you say, K. Smith.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about?
I mean, I would have.
That was my all-star snub pick right there.
But we only have the 2 players, and then one of the relievers that got selected, we put 4 runs on him last night. So that's all I'm going to say.
But I'm with you. I do believe Kwan should be starting. That dude is by far the best fielding left fielder in the game right now. That catch the other day where he dove and slams into the wall and then just gets up and trots back in like it's no thing. I'm like, dude, this dude, he reminds me of, he's like the Omar Vizquel of left field. He makes the hardest plays look so easy.
It's true. He played like Omar. He's really good player. But going around the big leagues, there's been a lot of players that doesn't got picked. Seiya Suzuki from the Cubs, Chicago Cubs. This guy lead the league in RBI 77, 25 homers. He's not in the All-Star game. Juan Soto.
That one's outrageous. That one is outrageous.
I can't believe it. How you get a guy that starts really slow, and right now he's on top of it. He's leading the National League war.
He's in New York too, with all those people not voting for him.
He has 21 home runs. He's 10th in OPS. He's basically one of the faces of baseball, and you want your league to grow, and you're not going to have Juan Soto at the All-Star game. I think that's a bit crazy.
Yeah, baseball's always had a problem marketing itself.
He was unhappy about it too. Did you hear him in his little interview that he had?
He was unhappy. You said
he was unhappy. He said, not only did I not get selected, I'm not going to get the money from him. Like, dude, you're
like he
doesn't have enough money, but that's not.
I agree with him.
If I'm the Mets, I'm glad he gets snubbed because that's probably going to piss him off, and he might be pissed off for greatness now. Like don't be surprised. Yeah, don't be surprised if he's the second half best hitter in the NL.
He's gonna be there because right now Ronald Acuna got hurt yesterday, so maybe he got. Yes, he got hurt in the back, so they take it out of the game.
So he's probably not going to be in the Derby?
Yeah, so
that was my pick to win it.
I know. That's what I was going to ask you before we go. Do you guys have anyone you like in the home run derby that we should be looking for?
I like O'Neill Cruz and Caminero, those 2 guys.
Okay, last thing I'll say about the derby before we take a little break. I saw something. It's really bad, but it was funny. O'Neill Cruz hits a baseball harder than anyone that I've ever seen in my life. They're going to have those children out there in the field. That's not safe for them.
I know.
Not safe for those kids at all.
That's actually my favorite thing is watching them fall over and run into each other. That was like a dream of mine as a kid, is be one of those out there trying to catch the ball.
You're going to be there. That's why you won. Oh.
I always wanted to be out there when I was a kid, but yeah, I'm with Gab. They might not
There's
be safe.
There's going to be a 10-year-old out there trying to catch a 115-mile-an-hour ball coming at them, and I don't think that's going to go too well, but I will be excited to watch O'Neill Cruz in the home run derby. That's all I got to say.
Oh, it's gonna be a nice one. It's going to be a nice one. Byron Buxton is going to be there, too.
Both of you guys are going to be there.
Yeah, we're going to be there.
The Carlos Baerga Show repping at the All-Star game.
We're going to be there. We're going to show up. We're going to do something from there for you guys.
Yeah, you tell me there. I'm there. Anything you want to do.
So We're gonna be having fun in there. But I think Kyle Riley is gonna be there. Byron Buxton is gonna be there. James Wood, don't forget about this guy. He's a pretty good player. He's gonna be there too. And Oni Cruz and Caminero. Those are 5. And tonight they're gonna mention another guy. They're gonna be there tonight. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to be there. It's gonna be fun. But we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have some more Guardians talk for you guys.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Fairway Ford, the largest inventory of new Ford trucks, the lowest pricing, and same hometown level of service. Visit fairwayfordohio.com today.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now we're going to wrap this thing up with talking about our upcoming series. We have the Chicago White Sox in Chicago, and I feel like that's a great series to potentially push us into the All-Star break, get some good vibes, some good feelings, and hopefully, and they should get some wins before the break.
We need to do it. Those are the things that you need to beat. And I think that, we have the pitching in there. Logan Allen has been pitching unbelievable. Gavin Williams is keeping us in the game.
Yep.
He's been awesome. I love it. And we got Tony Bybee too. So we got the 3 horses in there. We're going to Chicago, but we need to win the first game tonight.
Yeah.
If we win this game tonight, you know how we're going to be to Chicago? We are going to walk. We're not even going to take the plane. We're going to walk there? Yeah, we're going to walk in there like Caquines, the way Jose Ramirez walk to the plane like that. So it's going to be amazing.
Well, I know before when they would always talk about playing the White Sox, this is obviously a couple years ago when Josh Taylor was still here and they would beat up on them. They said when they would go to Chicago and play the White Sox, when they got off that plane, they meant business and they were ready to I can't say what I was going to say, but they're ready to play that team, basically.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. That's the thing that those are the things that you have to take advantage. And especially when, what's our record against the Central? 14-8. 14-8. So that's pretty good. Against the American League, we are 29-27. And, but this year, no. 8-10 against the East and against the West, 7-9. So I think winning this game, we can be 8-9. So that's pretty good. So against the Central, we're playing really good. So that's what we need to do.
Yeah, I think the Chicago is what I call the get-right team. When you're not doing so well, you want to play the Chicago White Sox, get your team right. Just roll them, man. Just sweep these guys and get your confidence going more. You just beat the hottest team, now beat one of the worst teams, and keep going, like you said, and go into the All-Star break with some good vibes and ready to come back fresh and ready to go.
Yep, take some days off, a little reset, and then get back into it. Do you guys also think that this team could potentially push for a playoff spot? I know that sounds a little bit crazy to say right now. There are so many games under 500, but could you see them turning it around and potentially pushing for that?
It's up to us. It's up to us. We start doing the little things. The biggest thing is our pitching staff that give us the opportunity to be in the game. In each game, in the last 10 games, we've been there. I often started, scoring some runs, doing the little things, hit and roll, moving the guy over, bunting the ball, stuff like that. We need to keep doing that. I believe that we have the opportunity to do it. I know that there are some good teams in front of us, but, anything can happen. That's a lot of things. Like right now, a couple of teams are losing 8 and 7 games. It happens to the Mets. It happens to the Yankees. It happens to everybody. So we need to step up. Forget about everybody. We need to do our thing. That's what we need to do.
Though I'd like to say from all of us, obviously, thoughts and prayers to the Manzardo family.
Yes.
Carlos, I saw a lot of fans were real down on Kyle and giving him a hard time, and we ended up finding out that he wasn't doing so hot at the plate, and fans are short for fanatics.
Have a lot to say.
Everyone's got something to say, but they're not realizing that he's going through something. Let everyone know how hard it is when you are going through something like that to play baseball.
It happened to me in 95, the second half. I went through a tough time. People don't know about it, but it was hard. That year we went to the World Series, and I did pretty good in the World Series, and I finished the year having a good year. But, when I went through a tough time, it takes a lot in here and in here too, that you are knowing the game, and everybody is different. It take a different way. So I hope that everything is good. I know it's hard, when you have a family going through a tough time, the sickness that she has right now. So I hope that he get better, and when he get back, he start rolling again the way he used to do it.
Yeah, I'm excited for Kyle Manzardo to rejoin this team once he's done with all that and sending all the good vibes we can his way. But I think that's all we have for you guys today. A lot of good things happening. Finally, we're winning some baseball games. The White Sox series coming up. The All-Star break, we'll see some of our guys there. And that's all I got. You guys got anything else for us?
I just want to say, Carlos, I like the facial hair.
Yeah.
We didn't bring it up. It's kind of
Thank
all
you. I'm
distinguished
very
over
I tried to
there.
do something. I got it. I got my hair. I cut everything.
Wow.
Oh, look
all
at
of it.
you.
I'm doing everything. So that's why, I changed my life. I need something positive.
Yeah.
We need to get our team going. So let's see what's going
Wait,
on.
was
But
the haircut?
always,
Was the haircut before or after the 2 wins?
yes. We need to do it. So nothing. I see you on the 18 in Cleveland. We're playing over there. I want to see everybody over there. But let's win a couple games before the season is over.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.